Welcome to Freed on Business. He grew up in South Florida, has been in business here since the early 90s, and has closed over $3 billion in deals. He's seen it all. He always has an opinion, and he's always ready to share it. Informed, entertaining, and connected, he has his finger on the pulse of South Florida's business community. He's Jim Freed, and this is Freed on Business.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Thanksgiving edition of Freed on Business. I'm all excited. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to have Mr. Reagan Mendoza on. We're also going to have Bekah Carlson on. It's our annual Thanksgiving show where we talk about what we're thankful for with the people we're thankful for. It's going to be great. So let's do a real quick run through everything, and then we'll come right back and we'll have a great episode talking about things that we're thankful for now, things we have coming up that we're even more thankful for. Mr. Mendoza, rock the house. Very colorful stuff, Mr. Mendoza. And heck, you know what else is colorful? Is our friends at Warren Henry and the wonderful cars that they sell. Hey, everybody, if you're looking to buy or lease a car, you want to get every advantage that you can. That's why you have to check out Warren Henry, Land Rover, Range Rover, Infiniti, and Jaguar up at 151st and Biscayne. Up in Gainesville, they sell Audis. Down in the Keys, they sell all the great nameplates. What do they have in common? Well, they're all great cars, and they all come with the Warren Henry advantage. It's a whole long list of services. Complimentary service loaner, dynamic wheel protection, key replacement, guaranteed purchase offer, best value guarantee. My favorite, the 72-hour exchange. You can take 3 days to decide if you like your car. Guess what? You will. Join me, my mom, my beautiful wife, Vivian, all of our friends. We're all members of the Warren Henry family. You should be too. Always the best price, always the best service, always Warren Henry.
It's time to stop the hate and spread some love. You are beautiful, you're smart, you are awesome, and you never have to change for anybody. You have the voice and you have the power. We are so much stronger when we come together. It's your choice, so choose to be inspired. Choose to be accepting, be strong, be brave, be awesome, be daring, be kind. Choose kindness.
Hey, and another way you could choose kindness is to give me a call. I help people every day, families, investors, attorneys, all of them. I just talked to two of them outside today at Starbucks and helped them figure out what they should be doing next. Call me. I can help you too. Need a business plan executed? I can help. Need capital? I can help. Need insight? I can help. Need my phone and connections? Oh, yeah. I can help. Notice the key word there, help. That's right. Reach out to me. Why? Because when you call me, it's always all about you.
Welcome back to Freed on Business. Connect with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Freed or at Freed on Business, and on Instagram at Jim Freed1. Now, back to your host, Jim Freed.
All right, we're back today and we're giving thanks. It's our Thanksgiving show. We never really talk about a show, what day it's happening or what's going on. This one, we break the rules every year, and I bring on my collaborators, Reagan Mendoza and Bekah Carlson. We talk about things that we're thankful for. Mr. Mendoza, please present everybody. Thank you so much. There she is. There's everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. So it's freezing cold here. It's about 65, Bekah. How are we doing up in Chicago?
Well, we hit 20 yesterday.
High five. Woo woo.
So days are a little warmer, but the evenings are getting down. It was like, it's just a shock to the system. The reminder of, okay, yeah, this is how it's going to be.
It's like a warning.
Very much so. But we are already acclimating to it, which is kind of impressive. I've reminded my children to, like maybe put a little set of gloves in their pockets, or maybe a little hat in their bags, so they don't have to just call me for rides from school. They could actually walk the whole 9 blocks by themselves.
Well, I want to start out by giving a shout out to my old friend from UF, John Stokes. I hope it's okay to call him Monty. That's what we used to call him in college. Hey, buddy, I miss you, man. High five. Thank you for joining us today. It's why we do this today. Mr. Mendoza, I'm really thankful for you. We talked about it yesterday when we were out doing all the shots we had. Where is it? I have this long list of shots for our websites and publications and stuff that Ms. Carlson asked us to put together. And Mr. Mendoza took it out, and as always, made me look like a star, both in the photos and on the street while we were doing it. It was great to see the people stopping by and asking what was going on.
It's always good fun. Yeah, it's always fun.
I was going to ask, like, what were the highlights of your day?
Yesterday? Really, the highlight of the day was when we took the shot of the Related Group and the Lennar deals, which are next to each other. Yeah. And I realized that, yes, I'm helping blot out the sky in Miami.
It was a great shot, actually, too. We got Jim standing in front of 2 buildings under construction. So, like, the cranes are up on either side. It's
perfect blue sky.
Scaffolding.
Perfect blue sky.
We got a bunch of great shots like that, and that one in particular turned out excellent.
Yeah, it's the one day a year where it was cool and clear. Actually, that happens about 20 days a year, but all within the same 4 months.
Right. Yeah. It was actually, when we first started, it was actually, I mean, for Miami, it was actually a little bit cold. We were doing some shots outside. We were wondering, we're like, should we go somewhere else? Should we, but. Yeah,
that was when we were doing the temporary office suite at Zach's. They were so busy with all the snowbirds that they couldn't come out and come do their break with us. So we're going to have to ask Mr. Mendoza to come back out and take some pictures with me and my teammates from Zach the Baker. Here we go. So I give thanks to my friends at Zach the Baker, especially Romaine, the man who runs the place. I love him. He wants to be a realtor. And, then they have the management guys there. But my favorite conversation so far was with Keith, the truck driver, who always blasts this rock and roll reggaeton. And it's always when I'm on the phone. So I asked him to please be quiet. And he said, sure, no problem, sir. I said, I'm no sir. And then he proceeded to tell me about his past and how the folks at Zach's helped him to reclaim his life. I'm telling you, it made me feel tremendous.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's providing community leadership by just being yourself. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to do.
Yeah, it's a bit, Zach's, for anyone that doesn't know, is a bit of an institution down here. They started, if I remember right, he started just making like bread out of his kitchen. Like, he started as a home business, and then he was just selling to, local independent bakeries, and then he started getting hooked up with Whole Foods and bigger chains and got bigger and bigger and bigger. And now he's got, 2 restaurants. He's got his own thing going, and he's a full-on Wynwood, Miami institution.
We should probably get him on.
Absolutely get him on.
And I want to take another time out. I want to thank one of my other favorite collaborators, Andres Senni. Andres has joined us. Andres, we love you.
Andres.
Thank you so much for keeping us honest and keeping us straight, Andres. And we're going to make sure that we do more content with Andres in the coming months. And then we're going to also do all our business stuff, which we're not ready to announce yet.
Awesome.
So that's great. Yeah, Rebecca and I are working on a secret project.
Nice.
Whoa. I like that both of our first instinct is to do hand gestures.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I'm gonna start saying that I'm gonna team up with some people that I've known for many years. We're gonna get together. I've got a concept that I'm looking to execute down here on both a business line that's historically evident for me recently, and then another product line that's historic for me from like 35 years ago with the same people that I did it with, including their son, who I used to take to tennis. It's going to be great. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, and you'll love it when I bring them on because they project like goodness and happiness. One guy's like Krusty the Clown; he's like 80, and the other guy's like the most handsome, suave dude. He's like 40. Oh man, you're gonna love that. You're gonna love that.
Awesome. Let's bring
Well,
Let's
the
get
gratitude for relationships, right?
Oh yeah, let me tell you about other gratitude on relationships. Sugar, what's her face?
Sugar Bliss, Teresa King. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what they did for my nephews. Mess everywhere. Fun, icing fun everywhere. The kid was wearing half of the stuff. It was great. And he was sitting there on the phone with us doing the whole squeezy out. Oh my gosh, I hope they do it again they should do it for Hanukkah, or the holidays. Okay, because I don't think I can send Christmas trees, but I would love to send them something else. It's just a great thing. And by the way, anybody who wants to send Christmas trees, I give a high five. What's the group that we did it with again, Rebecca? The lady's your friend.
Yeah. So I've known Teresa King for several years. She's just such a dynamic and she has such a cool story. I think we all gravitate towards stories and people. And she has Sugar Bliss cakes here in Chicago, and they do these kits that are cookie kits. They do cookie kits and cupcake kits, like for decorate your own. And they have all the toppings, all the frosting, like all the pieces come so families can look at Jim. Jim's like super hungry.
Salivating.
It's amazing. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Michael Miller, our LinkedIn guru. High five. Let's give him the high five. Boom.
Hey.
Another person we give thanks for. I could say it. Rebecca can't. You're the bomb, Michael. Now here, hey, I want to give another shout out to Ben Lapidus. I can never get that part right. Ben, the musician guy from last week.
Ben was great.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
You got a music library?
Oh, yeah. My mother-in-law is going to be salsing with her cane for the next 6 months.
Yay!
I am so excited to play this stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my own. I'm going to get I got a new computer and it doesn't have the dock. So I'm going to get the new dock. I'm going to throw it onto my computer so I can have it for myself. And I'm going to give it to my mother-in-law. And we are going to have so much fun. Time out. I'm really thankful for my mother-in-law's good health and the fact that she can call and have all of her little kibitzing with my wife, because that's what keeps my wife going. My wife and her mom. I'm thankful for my mother-in-law. How many husbands say that? I'm thankful for my mother-in-law. And more than that, I'm thankful for the beautiful influence that her spirit brings to our home every single day, and the calming influence. Well, it's not always calming, but the good influence
there you go.
that she has on my wife. Woo!
Right on. Awesome.
So, let her marry you.
Ben, and and I give thanks to Lisa Paley, who always delivers with her guests.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, she's great. Lisa always has the best guests.
Yeah, we'll give her a doff of the hat.
There you go.
Yeah. This is the Shaquille O'Neal championship here.
Is that
this
right?
Is a real classic. This one's like 16 years old. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was my first year down here. When I
was
came
tremendous.
down here, they won the championship.
Oh, I give thanks to my buddy Mike Siegel, who got me the great seats. We used to sit behind this series. It was behind David Stern. Then the other ones, it was behind David Stern and Adam Silver. Adam Silver's really nice. David Stern don't like to talk ill about the dead. So let's suffice it to say Adam Silver was nice.
There you go.
All right. I think it's time for a break. You guys better be sharpening up your memories. And our friends better be giving me the high five on all the social. It's really nice to connect with everybody. I want to thank Mr. Mendoza for coming up with this great setup. I have more to say. More thanks to give, but we'll hold on to those for just a minute. Oh, look at me getting all my little tchotchkes together for the next segment. Hey, remember, if you're looking to buy or lease a car, you want to get every advantage that you can. I love the word tchotchkes. That's why you have to check out Warren Henry, Land Rover, Range Rover, Infiniti, and Jaguar up at 151st and Biscayne. You know, I just love listening to my own voice. I give thanks for that amazing voice. Up in Gainesville, they sell Audis. Really want to get one of those $100,000 Audi sports cars. That's on my bucket list. And in the Keys, they sell them all. I really want to get one of those fancy Jeeps too. What do they all have in common? They're all great cars, and they all come with the Warren Henry Advantage. The Warren Henry Advantage, well, you know it by now. It's this long list of great things that you get when you buy your car, including complimentary service loaner, which you get from my good friend Maytel Stark. I think she's tremendous. She runs my service for me. Dynamic wheel protection. That means that if you scratch your wheel, and who doesn't do that, they'll come buff it out. Key replacement. Those are $100 a pop, those automatic keys. Guaranteed purchase offer. They'll buy your car, even if you don't buy one from them. And the best value guarantee. They'll pay the difference if you find a better offer. And of course, the 72-hour exchange, you can take 3 full days to decide if you like your car. Guess what? You will. Just like me, my mom, my beautiful wife, Vivian, and lots of my friends. We're all members of the Warren Henry family. You should be too. Always the best price, always the best service, always Warren Henry.
Hey, this is Bekah Carlson from Carlson Integrated. You know, a lot of our clients find that they can do anything, but not really everything. We are always excited to jump in and help. So whether you need another set of hands for a project or even comprehensive marketing management, our team of marketing mavens would love to have a conversation with you to see if we are the right fit. We do everything from logo and design work to email outreach and social media to writing and thought leadership. And here's a fun one. We are now offering our fabulous ebook of top 10 marketing tips on our website for free. So head over to carlsonintegrated.com and grab a copy today. And please always let us know how we can help. My email is Bekah, that's Bekah at carlsonintegrated.com. That's Bekah at carlsonintegrated.com.
Hi. I give thanks for you. That's right. I always say it. When you call me, it's always all about you. So I guess I should thank you for calling me and reaching out to me. I have great friends in the real estate business. We do things all the time together. Yesterday, one of them mentioned, yeah, I wouldn't know about this amazing opportunity if it wasn't for Jim Freed. Thank you so much. Can't wait to work with you on it. That's right. That happens all the time. Usually it's a straight rifle shot. I usually only make just one phone call. One phone call is all it takes if you really know what you're doing. So call me, especially if you don't want to waste time. Why? Because when you call me, it's always all about you.
Welcome back to Freed on Business. Connect with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Freed or at Freed on Business, and on Instagram at Jim Freed1. Now, back to your host, Jim Freed.
Hey, everybody. We're back here. That's right. I think everybody by now knows I'm a Gator. I want to thank the University of Florida for giving me my start. I'm on the UF Real Estate Board. I'm a lifetime member of the Alumni Association. And if I had my way, we would beat everybody. So I give thanks to the fact that I'm a Gator. This week we play Florida State. I don't care. Hopefully we beat Florida State. If we don't, I don't care. I just want to have fun. It's all really about entertainment, and by feeling an affinity to having an affinity with each other. I also have an affinity with my two guests today, my two favorite collaborators, Mr. Reagan Mendoza. How'd I do that?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right.
You're getting there.
Yeah, you ain't moving on the screen though. You better fix that.
No.
And Bekah Carlson, the happiest marketing person on the planet. And in fact, Bekah is a key for me doing a lot of other things. You know, Bekah, I think I may actually just do business with our friends at Inland. Woo woo!
Yay!
I'm working on some really creative stuff with the folks at Inland. Oh, Gator Man has a broken foot from the move.
Oh.
I'm going to have to fix that.
Yeah.
The folks in Inland have been very gracious with us. We're working with their CPACE folks right now, thanks to Jonathan coming up with the idea, and Anne Marie is tremendous.
Isn't she the best?
Yes.
I love her. I love her so much. Yes.
Well, we give thanks for them, right?
Very much so. They're just
see that?
wonderful,
I know
wonderful
how
people.
to elicit the positive energy from you, my dear. So I've told a bunch of the things that I give thanks for. How about you, Rebecca?
Ooh, where to start? I should start off with I'm thankful for my family. So I have 3 kids and an amazing husband who works a full-time 9-to-5 job, which enables me to have the flexibility and freedom to have started my own company. I don't know how somebody would do it without having, a lot of home support, and that is so real to me. And my kids are awesome. They're so fun and so cool. And they're getting to be at these older ages where we have really meaningful and real conversations. So they're 17, 15, and 11. And I loved when they were teeny tiny cute. But I also, this period of time is so special to me so literally 8 feet away from me right now, there are 2 teenagers walking in my house who are beloved extended family members, because they're my daughter's friends who've just been quasi adopted in with us, and we have kids coming in and out all the time, and I get to be a part of their stories, and they get to be a part of my family. So I know that was a really long family soliloquy, but I am so thankful for people the people you surround yourself, right?
It's really nice, but I want to talk about something that you would never mention unless I brought it up.
Okay.
Your weekend coaching for some small people. Can you tell me about that? Because I'm sure you're thankful about that.
I have the best little volunteer job on Sunday mornings.
Tell me.
Every other week, I teach a Sunday school class at my church, and I teach the 2 to 4-year-olds. So it's not really teaching so much. I don't expect them to retain anything, but we get to do projects, and we get to talk about how loved they are. Because every kid needs to have that reiteration all the time from people in their family and people outside of their family that they're loved and they're special and they're important. And it is so cool. And my 11-year-old volunteers and helps in my classroom. So
that's cool.
That's really nice.
it's been a lot of fun. And I started doing that, by the way, when she was 3, and she wouldn't go to class. She would not leave my side. She was an appendage. I might as well be in the classroom then. I guess I'll be in the class. And so 8 years now we've been doing it. It is so fun. I love the littles. And Reagan, your kids are in the littles stage a little bit more.
Mr. Mendoza.
So fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of
You're
fun.
up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm very thankful for my kids. For anyone who doesn't know, I have a 7-month old. So
what happened yesterday?
Since this time last year, we've added to the clan. What happened yesterday? I don't know what
Crawling?
Oh, I forgot about that. God. Well, it happened yesterday morning at 5 a.m, which seems like a lifetime ago already because so many things have happened since then. But yeah, my son started crawling yesterday. Yay! He's been doing this army crawl where he crawls along on his belly and his legs are sort of limp. But yesterday he started crawling for real. This morning he started walking with assisted with his hands up, and so he's taking all the steps on his own. So it's really excited. He's got 1 tooth. He's just big smiles with just 1 little tooth sticking out. Yeah, so they're super cute. My daughter is 4. She's having the best time at school. They had their little Thanksgiving luncheon yesterday, and she did the turkey pokey. We got video of her putting her wing in and shaking it and all that. So I'm super.
Well, you better hurry and you better embrace it. You better enjoy it because my mom's watching and she remembers when that was me.
That's right. Listen, believe me.
Now look at me. Arr.
Believe me, every second. I don't waste any of it. I don't waste any.
You know what I'm also really thankful for? Community involvement. Being involved, and because of that, There's been a lady that's been living out in front of the Starbucks here across the street for the last 3 days. They went and they did the cleaning, which means they disturbed all the homeless people, which were encamped and had a kind place that they felt comfortable, and spread them out everywhere and freaked them all out. A lot of them have issues.
Yeah.
But I know who to call. So I called come on, don't get mushy. I called the Dade County Homeless Trust, and my good friend Ron Book is sending somebody out there to interview her. Not to do anything else, just to see if she's okay.
Yeah.
To make sure that this Thanksgiving, she knows somebody gives a damn. So there, that's what community involvement. It ain't about running. It's about, once you know what to do, going out and doing it, whether or not you won or not. I don't really care if I'm City Commissioner Jim Freed. I just want to be a good human being. The rest comes.
Absolutely. That's 100% right.
Preachy.
I'm glad that you did that, Jim, because a lot of people would either not do anything or they'd call the cops on them, and that's, usually not.
Actually, what happened, one lady gave her food, which that appears to be the right thing, but it's really not, because it makes her think that's the right environment for her.
Right.
And she's there, and people look at her, and they ignore her, and they probably, I don't know how she feels, but I'm not the expert. The only thing I know what to do is to send the experts. And that's what I did. I waited 3 days. I wanted to see if she was going to, but I wake up at 5 a.m, and the lady's out front wrapped in a blanket looking through the trash cans. I wouldn't want anybody I know that isolated doing that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, it really is great to put things in perspective, like our good friend Michael Miller says. Let's take a breath. Let's thank our friends at Warren Henry, and then we'll come back and we'll continue to put things in perspective and share the loving kindness that all of us have inside. I want to take a second before I start the Warren Henry commercial and say that Michael Miller really had a great comment here. He said, the great thing about today's show is it puts things in perspective. The real estate business we do every day is chaotic and stressful, but this helps us all understand why we do what we do 100%. My mom has a saying. She says, this is your life. What do you expect is going to happen? You can't go and think about all that. And you have to live your life. And I'm proud every day to live my life to the fullest with a focus on helping other people. And that focus always comes back to me. So I'm extremely thankful for that. And I'm thankful for our friends at Warren Henry. I'm thankful for Samantha Wolf, the person that we interface with all the time. I'm thankful for Larry Zinn, who is just the kindest, most wonderful, insightful person you ever want to meet. I'm thankful for Eric Day, who is a thought leader and a very thoughtful dude and kind and caring and open. I'm thankful for Warren, who's, as a member of the National Kidney Foundation, really helped me stay and keep it together while Vivian was going through her kidney search. And all the people at Warren Henry were there for that, including Abe Cohn and the rest of the team. So right now, I want to say thank you. I'm thankful for our sponsors, Warren Henry. They've been with the show since 2013. That's like going on our 9th season with them. They're tremendous friends. And when I talk about being a member of the Warren Henry family, I really mean it. So when you're looking to buy or lease a car, check out the folks at Warren Henry. They've got Land Rover, Range Rover, Infiniti, and Jaguar, Gainesville, Audi, Keys, everything. They all have these they're great cars. They come with the Warren Henry Advantage. But the number one thing is that they come with great spirit and great energy. When you go to that Warren Henry automobile stores, they treat you like gold then and afterwards too. So join me, my mom, and my beautiful wife, Vivian. I love her. We're all members of the Warren Henry family. You should be too. Always the best price, always the best service, always Warren Henry.
It's time to stop the hate and spread some love. You are beautiful, you're smart, you are awesome, and you never have to change for anybody. You have the voice and you have the power. We are so much stronger when we come together. It's your choice, so choose to be inspired. Choose to be accepting, be strong, be brave, be awesome, be daring, be kind. Choose kindness.
All right, we're talking about love and kindness, and that doesn't really seem to be consistent with the real estate business, but actually it is. When you call me and you do business with me, I make sure that everybody's agendas are carefully thought through and that they're executed in a kind and thoughtful way. I know who the good people are and the bad people are. I usually say that part of my job is to be a BS meter, and I'm usually not that clean. So give me a call. Families, I help lots of families. Real estate operating companies, I work with the best. Investors, I've got tremendous investors. And of course, you all know that I did the $100 million loan on 1000 Museum. And just wait, there may be more news next week about something else. So give me a call. Reach out to me if you need real estate capital, debt, or equity. I do a lot of urban land sales too. When you reach out to me, there's one thing you need to know. And that's that when you call me, it's always all about you.
Welcome back to Freed on Business. Connect with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Freed or at Freed on Business, and on Instagram at Jim Freed 1. Now, back to your host, Jim Freed.
Hi, everybody. So here we are on our Thanksgiving show. I never really say what day we're doing our show because they last forever that way, but our Thanksgiving show is something special. We take time out and we give thanks to everybody. And I bring in my two favorite collaborators, Reagan Mendoza and Bekah Carlson, and we talk about the things that we're thankful for. We share it with our community of people that listen and view the show and give us comments. Some of our best collaborators, Michael Miller, Andre Senni, and of course my mom, have all participated in today's show in one way or another by bringing incredible, great energy. And the one thing that is very important when you do business with me is to bring the good energy. That's why I love working with Mr. Mendoza and Bekah Carlson. I call him Mr. Mendoza because I always mess up the first name. So we're back here. We're in the second half of the hour. Let's take a look back and see some of the things that have happened this year that we're thankful for. I think that one of the things that I could certainly go out on a limb and say we're thankful for is that none of us got COVID.
I got COVID.
Did you?
I got COVID.
I forgot. You traveling fool.
I got COVID on the first.
You're frozen again, Mendoza, just for the record.
No, I just haven't been moving a lot. I'm mastering the art. This is when I take my little naps throughout the day. I take micro 30-minute naps with my eyes open.
You're tremendous.
No, I got COVID on January 1st.
Oh, on your trip, that's right.
Yep. Everyone was quarantined and did the whole thing, and me and all my family went and rented a beach house up in Panama City, and all got COVID. Everyone got COVID. It must have just been like, it was a very, if you know the area, you know Panama City, and it was a very maskless town, and I think one of us went to get coffee or something and just got it like that. But I gotta say, I'm thankful. It was everyone had a very mild case of COVID. My daughter didn't even know she had it. She's 4. She didn't even realize it. She was super excited that she got to stay home from school for 2 weeks and, watch TV and hang out with us and play and stuff. Everyone had very mild cases. Everyone did great. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried because we're going to start venturing out. We're going to go to Thanksgiving dinner at somebody's house tomorrow, and everybody's vaccinated, but the nephrologist said that we should keep our masks on and only eat outside away from everybody. And then of course Vivian got mixed messages from her transplant advisor, who said if everybody's vaxxed, you can take your mask off and go inside. And I really am angry about that because I believe that that's a little bit too lax, because yesterday I decided to not go to see the Rolling Stones at the Hard Rock Cafe with 7,500 other people, their smallest venue in like decades. because I knew I'd be surrounded by people that were unmasked in an indoor setting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely still a balance for those of us. It's definitely still a tightrope. It's definitely
Yeah,
still
my
a
next
lot of
decision
balance.
is the Heat game. I'm supposed to go on Monday. I think you already know what I'm going to have to say tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, Thursday. I'm probably going to have to back out of that too because I just can't roll the dice yet.
Yeah. Listen, I'm in the same boat as you. If it's too bad too. I mean, obviously it's not too bad, but my son's 7 months. It's too bad because my daughter had it, and so we would actually be able to do more things. Obviously, I'm not, begrudging having my son, but it's an interesting thing for a lot of us who are still kind of have to, like you said, roll the dice and really reevaluate our options.
It's very interesting. I'm thankful for the people that are considerate, that are open-minded, that are caring and positive. Not so thankful for the people that want to project their issues onto me. But I understand where they're coming from, and I avoid them. Oh, I'm going to say it, like the plague. Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. But I am thankful for the ability to stay positive. I'm thankful for the ability to have living conditions which allow me to isolate in a pretty safe way.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the guys and gals at the Starbucks that I go to. I just learned how to order my stuff online. So I don't have to go in and take as much exposure, but I've been timing it anyway, so the place is pretty empty when I go. I go after the rush, and I watch the rush happen, and as soon as it takes a lull, I go in. The folks that work there are tremendous, very nice people. In fact, here's what I'll say. I'm thankful for all the service workers that I come in contact with all the time, especially the regular ones that I've missed.
Absolutely.
The regular ones that I've missed for the last 18 months are welcoming back to the restaurants that they work at or the service providing institutions that they work at. I'm still not able to visit them regularly, but they do understand that. And I always tip at 25%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's, you look on the bill, it's $3 more. Like, I'm going to miss that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I always thank them for taking the exposure. Here in Miami, I thank the hospitality workers for keeping the economy going and taking risks. I always tell them I think about their friends that didn't make it, both physically that died, because there are those, and the ones that just couldn't keep their jobs. When we talk about knowing somebody that died, my wife goes to, I want to just be very specific. She goes to Publix, and the guy that used to cut my deli meat at Publix,
Wow.
they told him not to wear a mask. He caught it
Wow.
early. Gone.
Oh, it's horrible.
Gone. Guy that sat behind me at the football games for 25 years. Last words, wish I wore a mask. So I'm not really advocating what people should or shouldn't do. I'm just relating stories about people that I love and care about that are no longer with us.
Yeah.
I do have an incredible list of people that I give thanks for. My good friend Mike Kesty, who made sure that Vivian got vaccinated in the first round.
Excellent.
When it was hard.
Yeah.
When it was hard, he made sure she got the vaccine. So I want to thank Mike Kesty for that. Let's see, who else should I thank? Well, I already thanked you guys. I thanked my mom. I thanked Vivian. I thanked everybody that watches that I do business with. I'm going to thank the rabbi.
Yes.
I'm going to thank the rabbi for being there and being fun and happy and positive and going for it. Because the person that wants to do something finds a way, that rabbi always finds a way. He never finds an excuse. Never. God will make it okay. Let's go do that.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to thank the rabbi for taking all my plants, keeping them, and allowing them to provide wonderful shade for all the kids at the nursery school up there, and providing me with a safe, quiet serenity garden to go to when I really need it. Oh, and I want to thank the rabbi's son. On Yom Kippur, the rabbi's son came up and did a one-on-one service for me outside because I was afraid to go inside.
Wow.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something. That young man, he was spiritual and he was motivating, and he really got me where I needed to be on Yom Kippur. We all know Yom Kippur was in the middle of my most difficult time this year, which we can't talk about. So the rabbi and the synagogue, I'm thankful for, I'm going to say it this way, for the sanctuary that they gave me. You know, they call the place that you pray a sanctuary.
Yeah.
Now we know why.
Yeah.
Let's let that hang in the air a little bit, and then we'll come back and wrap it up with some more really, really great energy. Thank you, everybody. I love you all. Stick with us. More great energy around the corner. Mr. Mendoza. Oh, I'm making notes about thing I'm thankful for. Hold on. Okay. Hang around and hear it in about 5 minutes. I want to thank everybody at Warren Henry for what they do in our community. It's not always really visible, but you need to really know it. Their tentacles in our community are endless. They reach out everywhere. They help up and coming people all across our community. And if somebody wants a great job and doesn't have a high school diploma, or have more than a high school diploma, I guess you got to graduate high school, you can work there and make 6 figures. It's a great job, benefits too. So I'm grateful for Larry, Warren, Eric, and the rest of their team and what they bring to our community from an energy, from capital, and from a goodness branding standpoint. Warren Henry, what great people. Always the best price, always the best service, always Warren Henry.
Hey, this is Bekah Carlson from Carlson Integrated. You know, a lot of our clients find that they can do anything, but not really everything. We are always excited to jump in and help. So whether you need another set of hands for a project or even comprehensive marketing management, our team of marketing mavens would love to have a conversation with you to see if we are the right fit. We do everything from logo and design work to email outreach and social media to writing and thought leadership. And here's a fun one. We are now offering our fabulous ebook of top 10 marketing tips on our website for free. So head over to carlsonintegrated.com and grab a copy today. And please always let us know how we can help. My email is Bekah, that's Bekah at carlsonintegrated.com. That's Bekah at carlsonintegrated.com.
Give me a call. DM me. I help the biggest families in town execute their real estate plans. I also help people within those families execute small deals that are important to them. So if you got a real estate transaction, call me, reach out to me, let me help. Why? Because when you call me, it's always all about you.
Welcome back to Freed on Business. Connect with us on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Freed or at Freed on Business, and on Instagram at Jim Freed1. Now, back to your host, Jim Freed.
I think it's important to give credit where credit is due. We're doing our Thanksgiving show. We're giving thanks to people. And we'll give thanks to my wife. My wife is the one who came up with the concept of the show many, many years ago. Her being a publisher at South Florida, CEO and South Florida business leader, helped me come up with the concept and meet the people. So high five to my wife. And we also want to thank one of my old friends who was on a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to start building some ideas together. My good friend, Wendy Kraft. Wendy is the straw that stirs the drink in the family office world. And Wendy is a tremendous, wonderful person who brought great caring to the show a few days ago with Casey Conway. And I also want to talk about thanking folks in the industry, the real estate industry. Where's Carlson and where's Mendoza? What's going on?
Hey!
There you are. Okay, so I want to thank a lot of my real estate collaborators. I want to thank Jim McCarthy, Joe McDonald, Tony Tuffarello, Troy Cox, a whole bunch of other great folks that I collaborate with on a daily basis that not only bring me real estate deals and ideas, but also are just great folks. Bekah, who do you work with that you'd like to say thanks to?
So when we think about this real estate industry, I didn't know I was going into real estate when I got out of school. Unlike you, I didn't actually go to school for it. And I feel like I have been so embraced by this industry over the past 18 years. And as I was reflecting back, I've had some really great mentors over my career who've just been so kind and generous with their time and their experience. And I typically work with investors and people raising capital because I come from an investment company background. And I also get to work with brokers and people on the transactional side and have a lot of experience with NAR and NICAR as part of that world. And so it's like every side of the transaction I've come to love. And I've come to love it because I've been impacted by really amazing leaders. So I think about Jonathan Stein from Inland, who's just been my beloved mentor and introduced us. He's just the best. And Andy Hochberg, who's my former CEO and who I admire probably more than anybody else in the entire planet. He's
Where?
just Next Realty. So Andy Hochberg, CEO of Next Realty. And then I was thinking through a few others. There's a guy named Marty Norkett who's been in the industry for 50 plus years, who just took the time to pour into me and teach me just as I was starting my own company, like meeting with me every week to walk me through starting a company and building a team and all of those pieces. And John Butler was my acquisitions partner at Next Realty, and I learned how to buy property from him. And then my last one that I have to mention is this wonderful man named Terry McCollum of McCollum Realty here in Chicago. He's actually now in Tucson. But during this entire pandemic, one of the things, oddly enough, I'm somewhat grateful for in this pandemic world is like the internet, right? Like we get to be connected with people and we get to see people and talk to people. So Terry McCollum, we always have done a dinner in Vegas every year that I've been a part of, probably for the past decade, that my friend Mike Kolodny runs. And Terry is always a big part of that dinner. And Terry suggested, first start of the pandemic, that we have a weekly call. So I've been calling it my Vegas group call every Tuesday for the entire pandemic. This group of like 8 to 10 people has been on calls, like supporting each other and like walking through, doing life together. All like I've probably seen 2 people 3 times the entire pandemic in person. But those, like the ability to create relationships and retain those relationships, like mentors do that. Like Jim, I think about your mentoring, right? Like it's so important to pour into the lives of people around you, and even people who, like in my case, I'm a little bit younger than these guys, right? Like the fact that they were willing to pour into me early in my career, and now like in middle of my career, and now kind of like in a new career. It's just amazing. People make all the
Well,
difference.
well, that's true. I always say to young people that real estate's a mentorship business, and I make them tell me 5 people that I want them to that they want me to introduce them to, and then I usually make it happen and get them a job. The people that I'm thankful for, well, first of all, I'm thankful for social media because look what it did for us. Okay,
Here.
not me. I'm thankful to Lindsay, my client in New Zealand, who hasn't even been to the United States during the pandemic. We all know that my social media posts helped me through the pandemic. But the people that have mentored me, they're special. And let's kind of go through them. First of all, Sue Karras, my bedrock person. It's Honorable Goldman. Now she's at JLL. She taught me that the most important thing is to always have People magazine so you can distract yourself when it gets nuts. Because it always gets nuts and you always need to distract yourself. I want to thank Owen Beich. Right out of school, Owen was my manager at Laventhal and Horwath. He taught me how to do feasibility studies and analyze real estate in a very, very technically proficient way. So to this day, I'm able to figure things out by looking at them a lot easier than other people are. I want to thank Gary Edelstein. He and I together were Condo Vest. We worked and did lots of deals with the RTC. I learned property management, asset management, receivership, and just kicking butt from Gary. And Gary's going to be part of the new deal that I'm putting together that Rebecca and I are working on with Gary and his son, Matt. I'm thankful for my probably most high profile mentor. Many people know that we work together, and I learned a lot of tricks from Ezra Katz. I can't thank him enough. The thing I learned most about, the the most from him was being tough as nails. I learned how to be tough from Ezra Katz. Put that in a box and send that out. Everybody in town knows it already. I want to thank some of my friends that support me from the real estate industry. Number one, my good friend, Jim Nolan. Jim's been through the mill, but he's always there when I have questions to ask. Another friend like that is my good friend, Brett. When I have a question and I'm trying to see if somebody's BSing me, I talk to Brett. And he always says, yeah, person's BSing you. And guess what? He's always right. So those are just a few of the people that I talk to on a regular basis that I want to give thanks to. And obviously I already said the rabbi. He's my spiritual compass. And we talked about in the beginning, my mom. But let's get right down to it. The person that I thank the most for is my spouse. The woman is tough as nails. She's a tigress. Nobody could possibly wake up feeling as shitty as her every single day. And it doesn't matter. She kicks the world's ass. She deals with me. Curse enough. Okay? So the last few days, we've had some ladies over here helping her get organized, because the number one thing that somebody needs after a move is to learn where everything is. She didn't know where her lipstick was until yesterday. Now she does. Her place is perfect now. We won't talk about the experience she had during the move right now. That's an entire show that we're going to have to do. But the reality is that woman is a fighter. That woman is a fighter. So I have a saying. I like to say that I surround myself with experts, and then I listen to their advice. I also surround myself with excellent examples, and I follow their lead. You could write that one down, Rebecca. You could have it.
All right, good. I'm taking it.
Give that one out. That just happened right in front of you when I came up with that. Okay? So if everybody wants to know how I make sausage, you just watched. Okay? I tap in to who I am, what I know, and then I apply it to the circumstances that other people bring to me. And together, we collaborate. Remember, I called Rebecca and Reagan my collaborators. We work together to make magical things happen for other people. Sometimes we know them, sometimes we don't. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me before the pandemic that I reflect on a lot. I go to Sylvester Cancer Center every Friday for pain management. We don't need to discuss it any further than that. One day I was waiting outside for my car, and a lady walked up to me. Never saw her before. She didn't look too strong. Was there alone, waiting for the Medicare bus, whatever they send to pick her up. And she just said, "Can I please speak with you for just a second?" And I said, "Sure. What's on your mind?" Remember, I'm at the cancer center waiting for the valet. She said, "I just got a clean bill of health, and I just don't know who to tell." I said, "You just told the most wonderful, appreciative person that you could possibly imagine." I said that someday my wife will be able to bless. This is before she got the transplant. My wife will be able to say that. But I want you to know is that I'm so glad that I was here to tell you how much that personally means to me. And she saw it in my face that it meant the world to me. I said, "Thank you so much for telling me." And then I hugged her. I told her that God should bless her, and she blessed me. And that was it. I've never seen the woman again, but I'm going to carry her with me forever. And so that's my story for Thanksgiving. We should all be thankful, not only for what we have, but for what we have in our ability to give kindness to others. I play that Carrie Underwood piece, how long, Reagan? 6, 7 years now? It's ridiculous.
Now. Yeah.
Okay. Why do I keep playing it? Because what else is there really to say? Really? So when I called my friend for the homeless lady across the street today, it was because I know he brings loving kindness and caring, that he sends somebody that interviews the person and sees what they can do to make their life better. And I got to tell you, sometimes making their life better means just leaving them alone. We have to have the strength to sometimes just leave things alone. We have to care about each other as much as possible, but we have to care about ourselves more than ever. So on this holiday, I would hope that everybody gives thanks, not just to the people around them, but to yourself. Thank yourself for what you've been able to do for not only others, but for yourself. It starts with you. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Then reach out to your significant other and then your family. And when you gather them close on the next few days, really, really feel it and live it. Because there's hundreds of thousands of us that aren't here, that were here last year. And when you look to your left and you look to your right, nothing's promised except today. So God bless you and your families. God bless America. And God bless all the people that help make my life special. That's it. Roll it.
Hear, hear.